Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you to yet another investor update. As most of you know, I'm Dan Theok, Senior Vice President of Investment Banking. I'll be your host today, and joining me will be our investment advisor, Asha Smelling. Asha is no stranger to the program, although she was away for some time. We're definitely happy to have you back. How does it feel to be back, Asha?
Hi, Dan. Thanks for having me. It feels really great to be back on the Investor Update Forum.
Excellent. Happy to have you. Today we'll be discussing ROC Insurance Company Limited and Caribbean Insurance Brokers Limited. Be sure to stick around until the end of the program for our special guest segment where Asha will be sharing with you some invaluable insights. We'll also be announcing social media winners who participated in our Forum Supreme Scratches giveaway. So if you entered, you definitely don't want to miss that. Before we get started, we'd like to remind you that if you're looking to expand your portfolio or embark on your very first investment journey, Mayberry can place you on track to financial freedom. So be sure to stick around and to follow us on social media to learn more. Now, if you're familiar with our weekly updates, you know we go above and beyond to keep you informed on some of the most prominent companies in the business sector. As promised, we'll be getting right into our presentation on ROC and Caribbean Insurance Brokers Limited. Over to you, Asha.
Thanks again, Dan. So this week's Investor Update will focus on two companies in the insurance sector, starting with ROC Insurance Limited. So ROC was established in 2015 to provide general insurance, particularly in the area of motor and property insurance. ROC is a newcomer to the insurance market in Jamaica, and they have been listed on the stock exchange since 2016. Taking a look at the financial highlights for the past 3 months, you are noting an increase in gross premiums comparable to March 2021, up by 31%. Noting the proportional reinsurance line item, you are seeing an increase in that portion. And that was attributable to the additional insurance that the insurance company ROC had to set aside. However, ROC had experienced an increase of 237% year on year on the net commission income line. For insurance company, we wanted to look at the balance sheet as that provides a better indication of how well the company will perform. We are looking for two items in particular. We are looking for the growth in claims reserves as well as unearned premium reserves, as growth in these areas will translate to investment funds, which can be used to generate additional investment income and capital gains. Looking at the company's quarterly profit movement trend, you would see from 2019 the graph is a bit on the lower end of the spectrum, with positive results primarily focused in the fourth quarter. As a relatively young insurance company, ROC has to aggressively compete with its peers. Management has noted, as a relatively young insurance company to its peers, ROC has to grow its business aggressively. And through this, they will have to differentiate through their investment technology as well as product innovation. We see this in the development or the launching of one of their products last March called Paid, Pay As You Drive. It typically offers the insured the incentive of driving safely on our roads and earning points. Those points would then be converted to a reduction in their premium over time. Looking at ROC's trading history since January of last year, you are seeing where the company has traded between a low of $2.91 and a high of $4.20. Noting that there is some volatility in price should not deter investors from considering this company as one to watch. As we return to lives post-COVID, we are expecting the boost in economic activity, and this should bode well for the insurance industry. We are expecting increases in car ownership as well as the expansion in the real estate sector and a rebound in tourism, the addition of new rooms to be specific, to be added to the overall business activity. This activity would lead to a major increase in non-life insurance in which Iron Rock operates. As the company's portfolio grows, we can expect a decrease in the growth rate of Iron Rock and in the medium term, an increase in the underwriting profit. Taking a look at the company's financial highlights, I just want to draw your attention to the key statistics. We're looking at the current price of $3.20 where the stock closed yesterday, May 10. Comparatively to the junior PE, the junior market's PE of 17.8 times, we're noting that Iron Rock's PE is 16.8. By all measures, it is trading at a discount to the market. As it relates to an investment opportunity for persons who are interested in investing in the insurance industry, Iron Rock presents an opportunity for medium-term growth. Dan, what are your thoughts?
Thanks, appreciate that. It's a great company with $1.6 billion in assets, and as you said, it's trading at about a 10% discount to the junior market average, and with 19 cents trailing earnings, I think it's a great company that's poised for growth and represents a good investment opportunity.
Okay. Thanks, Dan.
Thank you, Asha. Appreciate that. Good deal. Looks like an insurance day. And next segment, we want to talk about the next one up, Caribbean Insurance Brokers Limited. Okay, good deal. Looking at Caribbean Insurance Brokers Q1 results for March 2022, we can see that their earnings, as in sales, are up by 21% to $90 million, and that the profitability of the business was $1.8 million for the first quarter, turning around from a loss in the prior quarter of $7.8 million. As with many of the insurance companies we've seen, their Q4 results tend to be their strongest results. And in fact, for their year ended December 2021, we in fact saw impressive 56% growth in profitability of the business. We saw EPS of 21 cents and a very strong Q4 results. What I like about CAB is the fact that they have $683 million in assets, which is very good growth, 19% growth. $390 million in equity, again, about 20% growth in equity. They're carrying $285 million in cash. And as Asha said, we like to look to the balance sheet to look to the strength of the business. And these guys are obviously doing a great job. You will recall that CAB had their IPO in January 2020 at $1.91. And so the stock price is now up to $2.45, a modest growth of about 25% since their IPO. But when you look at the results, again, we think of the average market, junior market average of about 18 times from a PE perspective at $2.45 with a trailing earnings of 25 cents. This stock is trading at less than 10 times PE. So I really do think this has great potential for growth despite the slow quarter this time around. Last year's full year EPS, as we said, was 21 cents, sort of comparable to Iron Rock that has 19 cents EPS. And so again, at an approximate 18 times PE, I would expect this stock price to be headed towards $3.78. So great investment opportunity if they can improve in the upcoming quarters. CAB is run by a great team, including Raymond Walker, who has over 37 years experience in the industry, and Tanya Gooden-Waldron, who left Mayberry to go there and run that business about 2 years ago, and I think she's doing a great job so far. They've got a great board, a great lineup, great business with strong focus in the international health segment, where they're number one in Jamaica, and they've got a really great managed portfolio of employee benefits, perhaps one of the largest managed portfolios in the country. So we see here once again where the quarterly results tend to be a bit choppy, and they tend to have very strong Q4s, which is the quarter in which they renew their international health insurance policy, I believe. And so generally, we're used to seeing off quarters in between, and usually you get a pretty good second quarter, third quarter, and definitely a strong fourth quarter. So we look forward to continued growth in this business and the upcoming quarters later in the year. But I certainly think it's still a great buy opportunity with a low PE of only 10 times. Next slide shows sort of how the stock price has traded. Again, as I said, it IPO'd at $1.91. It's traded pretty tightly a peak trade of 359 and now it's down at 245. I think it's a great buy. By the year end, I'm expecting this to trade back up to in the $3.50 space. So there's a great opportunity to get in on this and make perhaps a 40% gain. Now, bear in mind, it's a pretty competitive sector and there are lots of other choices in the insurance space to include Genac, Key, and as Asha just discussed, Iron Rock. But my money, personally speaking, is on CAB. I think it has great potential for growth. So, Asha, what are your thoughts on CAB?
So my thoughts on CAB, I'm projecting that the company will increase its business, continue to grow its market share, particularly in the international insurance segment, as a health crisis or a health situation can hit you at any point in time, and having international coverage is particularly important for persons to capitalize on. So I'm expecting growth in that line item going forward.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. And I think especially coming out of COVID and the pandemic, they managed really well, grew their profitability, kept their entire staff on board, invested in technology. And so I'm expecting bigger and greater things from Tanya, Raymond, and the team over there at CAB. Thanks for that. Asha will now bring you some insights from our special investment advice segment, and I'm sure it will be nothing short of profound. Take it away, Asha.
Thanks, Dan. Hi, guys. My investment tip for you this week is to have a goal and stay true to it. Having an investment goal is very important in the path to wealth creation. If you are unsure of how to start your investment journey, please visit us here at Mayberry Investments Limited, where we will help you to achieve those goals.
Thanks, Asha. Appreciate it. Well, folks, to our viewers, it's always a pleasure having you tune into our weekly investor updates. I'd also like to thank my fellow co-host, Ashas Thoughts, for her invaluable contribution and insights into today's discussions.
Thank you very much, Dan.
Thank you, Asha. And now for the moment you've all been waiting for, our Forum Supreme Scratches giveaway winners. Our 20 winners are at Nev Positive Meds and at Tiffany. Congrats, guys. And our Instagram winners are at Becky Slim, at Originally Tori, and at Theon Sims. Congratulations to all our winners, and thank you to everyone who entered. Be sure to turn on our post and story notifications for more prizes and surprises in the coming months. And look out for our next week's investor update when investment advisor Percival Braham joins me for another riveting discussion. Remember to follow us on social media to stay in the loop on all things forum related, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Mayberry Investments Limited, to catch all of the action. Thanks as always for tuning in. Keep safe, and remember, wise investors, slow and steady wins the race. Goodbye.